All right, guys. Hi, everybody. Tanis Goulet here, Presidential Diamond Leader, and beautiful Jackie Z, also Presidential Diamond Leader. And we're super excited to do this tonight. We
And
want to
Jackie Marchant too.
Is she there?
I just don't see her yet, but
Oh, and Jackie Marchant, of course, too.
Yes.
Um,
She's here somewhere, I'm sure.
She's there. So we're excited to have you all here. How many newbies do we have on here? Yay!
Nice.
There's Chanel. All right, awesome, you guys. Well, we're excited. I know a bunch of you popped on last week. We're doing so much training. I know it could be a little overwhelming, but honestly, we just want to make sure that everybody has all the tools and everything that they need to be successful. You don't have to be on calls. You don't have to be on Zooms. But if you really want to, do really well and be successful, I really recommend that you get on as much as possible, because I know for me and Jackie and both Jackies, the more you learn, the more you earn, right? So, Jackie, did you want to start off with like the wins of the week?
Yeah, sure. No, I love that saying, the more you're learning, the more you're earning, though. That is such a great saying. I think that's a John Maxwell thing. I'm not sure. I picked that up a long time ago from one of those brilliant men. And I love doing the personal development and stuff like that too. So if you're new, or if you've been with us like a while, working on some of the personal development, leadership training and all that kind of stuff, it's all free on YouTube. And I love that you brought that up, because it just reminded me of how we can all be doing training, even maybe not on these types of Zooms, but like seeking information on your own and stuff like that for leadership and training and stuff like that is always going to benefit you. So yes, love that. So yeah, welcome everybody to the call. I'm Jackie Z. And I always like to start the calls off with hearing about the wins of the week, and like hearing what everybody's doing, gathering customers and distributors, growing your businesses. So is anybody brave enough that would you like to just take a quick couple minutes to share something that was really exciting that happened in your business this week?
I'll share.
Oh, go ahead.
We've been doing lots of, parties, and just, we did a team one last night. And you know what, honestly, get those online parties going. Ask your upline, ask whoever signed you up to help you. I have a bunch signed up for next week. I know one of my girls has like her whole team. She has a whole bunch signed up this week. I think she planned like 20 parties. I know some of the girls are doing some right now. So get those in the books, and, honestly, get those launch parties going. Just, having your upline, having someone else there to support you and help you, because, when you're new, you're just learning, right? So I had a girl, she's like, oh, I'm sorry to ask such silly questions. I'm like, no, nothing silly, because honestly, how are you supposed to know? You're brand new, and, if you don't ask questions, and you're not getting involved, it's hard to learn, right? So, I think everyone who's really, decide what your goals are, and then, go from there, because we have so much training and there's so much going on, and, your leaders, and, whether it's myself or any of the other Jackies, we have all the tools you need to be successful, which is amazing. So.
Okay, so who would like to share first? Okay, go ahead. Karen, I think your hand's up. I don't know, you don't see Karen on your post anymore. It says Atlantic Zoom.
Oh, I'm logged in on my my work account, because then it doesn't log me out. And they have an account, so I can go longer than an hour with my team.
Oh.
So I just want to congratulate Melissa. She's on the call. She is new with the company. She signed up with that huge deal that we had, and she got her first 2 customers already. So she's
nice.
Passport qualified, and I'm so excited. And she booked another launch party for Monday the 24th. So we're hoping to get some more customers and distributors under her. And because of that promotion, she is 2 distributors away from being boxed into Ruby.
Nice. There you go.
Amazing. That's awesome.
That's so great. Anyone else?
Thanks for sharing, Karen. Anybody else brave enough to share on our Zoom? Okay, go for it. You don't have a name up either, but LGL, go for it.
Oh, sorry. You were on mute.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Autumn.
Hi.
Hey. I do not have any customers yet, but I have been blitzing. I have been getting my word out. I'm hoping to have at least 2 loyal customers by the end of this week. Waiting on my kit. And I have been getting some good success tips through my sponsor, Jessica Souls, as well as some other team members. So maybe I will have my first customer soon. And just the positive feedback that everybody's been giving me is awesome. Just wanted to let y'all know. It's really, really awesome. Especially since I've been only doing this since the June the 30th of last month. So
Awesome. Congratulations.
pretty awesome.
And that's really great that you came out and shared right away. So
Thank you.
Big applause for that, because I always know it's always hard to share.
Well, I'm working on it.
Good. That's
It's
all
scary.
we can do.
That's awesome.
Good. Thank you so much for sharing. That's awesome.
No problem.
Pardon? Okay, so who else would like to share? I would love to share, if anybody wants to share, maybe how they got their, like if whoever got a customer this week, do you want to like unmute yourself and share how that happened, whether it was Facebook, whether it was a party or anything like that, and tell us a little bit about how you got your customer.
I'll go.
Sure.
So I signed up a loyal customer yesterday, and she's a lady from my mom's group. So I met her probably about 2 months ago, and she had liked and messaged me about one of my posts about the fat fighters a while ago, probably like a month ago, and she was asking me about it, but she wasn't sure about using it while breastfeeding, and it kind of like never went anywhere. I invited her to an online party, but she was too busy. Anyway, yesterday I was just hanging out, and I thought I need to follow up. So and when I say just hanging out, not really, just trying to, just thinking, who can I contact? So I messaged her and I was like, hey, you know what? I was thinking about you. I know that you had contacted me before about the products. I was thinking you might really love the greens, because I know you mentioned that like we're both in the same boat with our babies not sleeping much, and these greens are really helping me get through it. I'm also really going for a goal in my business this month. I've got a big goal, and I need a few people to join for at least like 3 months and try it out and give me their feedback. If you could help me out, I would give you my discount, and I would really appreciate it. Let me know what you think, if we can help each other. And she wrote back and she's like, yes, I'd love to try the greens. And I really admire how you're working, so hard with your business and how it's thriving. And even though you have the baby, she's like, I used to be a rep for Body Shop and I love their products, but I just wasn't that motivated, and I let it go. And I'm like, hey, no worries. So I signed her up as a loyal customer, and I said, if you want to have a chat about the business side of things, I'm always happy to share. I said the thing that keeps me motivated is my family, and I really don't want to go to a job and have to answer to somebody else. I had a really bad boss, and the freedom is what keeps me going, in addition to loving the products. And she's like, yeah, definitely, let's have coffee next week. So yeah.
That's awesome. And you know what I love so much about you, Jackie? Like, you're just real, and you're just, helping them. You're just being a friend to them. Like, that's the same thing that I do when I message people. I don't like message people and like, hey, do you want to join my team? Hey, do you want to buy this product? You know what? Like, some people do that, right? And no one on here, because we're all perfect. But, some people, as long as you're just friendly and, that's why you need to show how passionate you are, that's why I'm like, we're always on social media. We're always talking about our business, because people want to support people where they see that they're, doing this for their family and they're doing this to better their life. They don't want to support someone who's not consistent. You can't really tell if they're doing the business. They don't really care. You know what I mean? they're going to support people who really show that they care. And, they're talking a lot about, how much they love it.
You want to go ahead and grab the rail?
That's right. And I've got a few people on the call who are within their first 30 days or just went over their 30 days and just got their first 4, or who are in like their first week or 2 and got 4 or more. So I've kind of like messaged them behind the scenes and said that I'm expecting them to share today. So you know who you are. So when you're ready.
That's awesome.
I think Chanel also had her hand up and said she wanted to share too, and I'd love to hear from her. Are you there?
Yeah, I just unmuted you.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hi. So yeah, I signed up on the 30th of last month, and I'm fast card qualified. I got 2 loyal customers, and one of them, my first one, I actually got. She used to do this business, and she fell in love with hair, skin, and nails. And then one of my old best friends just wanted to try some reps because she was seeing amazing results that I was posting.
That's great.
That's
See,
awesome.
you're just sharing, right? You're sharing what you love, and you're loving what you share, and like, it's really not that hard. I think if you're a friendly person and you can ask good questions and share well, it's like, that's how simple it is. Like, you just nailed it.
Well, and I've just been trying to stay really positive, because if you're negative, you're not going to go anywhere. You're always going to have people that are going to say no, and I've hit that quite a bit, but I'm still trying to keep positive about everything, and I might actually have 2 more loyal customers signing up this week.
That's awesome. And you're always so plugged in, asking questions, like that's what I love about all the new people who are really excited. You should be excited. I know I was chatting with Jackie yesterday, Jackie Z, and we were talking about like getting those 4 customers is like your first big goal. It's exciting. And then you get a shopping spree too, and commissions. You're set up for bonuses. It's a big deal, so everyone can do it.
Of course.
Because we're all perfect.
If you don't ask questions, you're never going to really learn, because you have to ask people and you have to ask for help sometimes in order to get ahead.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I also, Tanis and Jackie, let's go over the bonuses and everything that could be earned in the first 30 days and even going after that. So we are going to talk, like, if you're new and that's still new information for you, we're going to go over it again after we allow a few more people to share their wins and stuff like that. But one of the other things that I love to share is that, like, honestly, you guys, the smartest people ask questions. Like, for sure, the smartest people ask questions. Like, remember that, because asking questions only makes you smarter. And so the people who connect the most, ask questions, show up on the calls like this, share on the calls like this, those are the people who go up in the business. So I want to just say, you guys all for just being here is huge. And you're taking initiative to build your business and stuff like that. And I think that's really great. So I think Kelly Jones had her hand up and she would like to share next.
Yay.
Am I unmuted?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hi, everyone. You know what? For me, I think it's been just over 30 days. Jackie, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I think it's been just over 30 days for me. And in many ways, I think the biggest challenge for me is sort of like the logistics of it all, the volume of information and exciting products, and kind of wrapping your head around that and not trying to do it all at once. In terms of finding customers, I think I've found 6 loyal customers, and I now, with some help, have 2 distributors, and have shared some of my loyal customers with my distributors. And I think for me, so far, it's really been about sharing what I love about the products and not being afraid to ask the question. When I share it on my Facebook and my Instagram, the neatest thing, and I swear I'm constantly surprised by it, and my husband is laughing at me all the time, is just by sharing it on Facebook and Instagram, how much I'm loving it, and it's really sincere. I have people just messaging me. I mean, people I haven't talked to in 2 years, 4 years, 10 years are like, hey, Kelly, that sounds so interesting. Can you tell me more about it? It's like, yeah. And so you're getting to help other people feel great and be healthy, and people want it. They want the products, they want the help, and they often just don't know where to go or where to get it. And it's like, here we are. It's so neat. And so that's one thing that's been helpful to me, just putting it out there and letting people come to me. Oh, and also not being afraid to follow up. Jackie, I try and follow as much of what Jackie tells me to do as possible. Even if I'm terrified to do it, it's like, no, do it anyways. Just do it, and it works. So I would say, like, follow the example and the guidance of the person above you. No matter what, like, just really do what the people who are being successful are doing, and it's going to work for you, even if it doesn't right away, and it doesn't have to be perfect. So letting go of some of the ego stuff. I think I'm like over it already. It doesn't take that much time when you realize how effective it is, right? To just put yourself out there. And then the other piece is reading on the Facebook page, the Worldwide Wraps, the kind of the group we have. There's so much helpful information. The most recent thing I did is I signed up for my auto ship to get my ADBV every month, no matter what, because every time I try a new product, I'm just like that much more excited about being involved in the business, and it makes it that much easier to get new customers. So that's what I
Oh my God.
You are awesome.
That was awesome.
Kelly, spoken like a leader, like true leadership right there. I love it. That's a great share. Sorry, I get really excited. That was such a great share. And I just love what you said is like, do what your leader's doing, do what successful people are doing. I mean, Jackie's a top enroller. She has been for years, you know, she knows what's up, you know, so do what she does and you'll be where she is. And so, yay, I love it.
Woo-hoo. Way to go.
All right. Somebody else said they would like to share. They had their camera up, but they wanted to share. Where did I see that?
Sarah Fletcher?
Yeah, I think, yep, Sarah and Anne-Marie and Liz have all volunteered. Yay!
Beautiful.
Sarah Fletcher. Sarah, you're unmuted.
And you guys can just comment in the on the chat there if you would like to share.
Sarah, I unmuted you. I'm not sure where you are.
Sarah.
We can come back to her and go to the next one, and then.
No, there is someone named Anne-Marie who wants to share, but let's go, Anne-Marie. Do you want to share?
Anne-Marie, okay. You're unmuted too.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I have been so sick for the last 3 days. It's kind of been stinky. So I have my camera off because I'm not going to let you all see how miserable I look. But I just wanted to share, super excited. I was able to sign up 4 loyal customers within my first, I don't even know how many days. I think it's been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So I'm super excited. And the one thing that I really think has helped me is that every time I thought that I was getting discouraged, because I've done a lot of direct marketing, but every time that I think that I get discouraged, something always reminds me not to quit. And just like Jackie said, it's her family. I've got 2 babies and I work from home as it is, but I'm attached to my phone all day. So I hear my babies playing in the background because they want my attention and I can't give it to them. But when I'm able to do my It Works business, they have my full attention. And even tonight I went live and I had my chaotic children running around in the background with my dogs. But I feel like it gave it a personal touch. And everyone that I have spoken to says, even though I think I look like a hot mess every time I share when I go live on Facebook, they're like, it's such a personal touch that you actually are willing to go on and put yourself out there. So, and I just love all the support that we really do get. So yeah, I'm just super excited.
That's awesome. Let's go.
That's great. Thank you for sharing. And you know what? Going live works. I did that this week too. I went live and I showed us making the greens and I talked about how like tired I've been and how I need my greens to give me that pick me up. And within like 10 minutes, I had someone saying, how do I get the greens? And she's like, sent me her credit card, like, sign me up. I'll be a loyal customer. I'll do it for 3 months or more. And so going live really works. And I know if you were on the call last week, we talked about social media and how if you post more than 4 times a day, posts actually are shown less to people. So you really don't want to post more than 4 times a day, and only a couple of those being about the products, the rest being more personal and engagement posts. But going live doesn't count into that 4. So you can go live more, and it's going to actually increase how many people are seeing what you're doing. It's shown into your newsfeed more than posting. So awesome work, Anne-Marie.
I don't know why you say it's cold.
That's awesome. Marianne, I have you unmuted. You wanted to chat?
Yes. Hi, everybody. Everybody that doing the business for a while know that, times and a follow-up, it's really part of our business. So if you're new, don't be discouraged. I'm going to give you a win that talk about that, so it can show you an example that you have to keep your smile and continue. So I spoke about a product with a friend a while ago, and she was kind of curious, but nothing more. And one day I hiked with her, and she wanted to taste the green, so she came by after, and she tasted the green, and she liked it. But she was kind of afraid of like the commitment of a 3-month auto ship. And then later on, our boyfriend bought some grain somewhere, and she said they taste horrible, and she remembered that mine was tasting really good. So she said, yeah, I think I'm interested, but even then it took some time. Sorry. I was choking on my own saliva. It took some time, and I follow up, but not pushy, just be a friend and, talk with her about other stuff in life. And the other day we got to hang out, and she said, let's go. I want to buy. And she bought the big jar, and she wanted to have it for her and her boyfriend. So you never know. You just have to keep positive and be their friend, and just listen to them, and don't be pushy, but follow up. Don't forget about them.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. It's so true. Following up and just being a friend,
And the importance of sampling our products, because people need to sample. They need to taste it to get it, because there are so many terrible tasting greens out there, so we can tell people all the facts about how they're non-GMO and, that they're 52 superfoods and all this stuff. But if it doesn't taste good, nobody cares. And so giving people an opportunity to try our greens, that's a great analogy of just how people think, right? And what's going on. So making sure you're sampling, in the greens on the go are perfect for that. They're just made to sample out and let people try and stuff. Our greens for sure are the best greens I've ever tasted. So love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Marianne. All right. So do we have anybody else that wanted to share?
I think Sarah and Liz.
Oh yeah, Liz. Let's.
Well, hi, I'll go. I'm just on. I haven't got my video on because I haven't had a shower yet. I'm a mess, and I'm in the kitchen cooking for dinner tonight. But I find this Zoom call fantastic for getting my kitchen clean. Actually, it's fantastic. So, but yeah, I just wanted to share with you because I signed a loyal customer this week, and one of the ones that I signed this week, and it was actually from a group, and it's a group that I joined just not terribly long ago, and I've posted in it a few times, and then I decided I think I'll just post regularly for a week or so and see how that goes. And so I chose, 2 or 3 groups and posted in pretty much about the same product each time, but in a very different way. So, I've posted about, it was the fat fighters. And so one particular post got a lot of attention I've signed a loyal customer on that, but just with following up, I found out she's also got a hairdressing background. She's similar age to me. We talked this morning about how there's no money in hairdressing anymore, and she said her husband tells her every day to find something else, and she's kind of indicating. So, you know, I think there's quite a good potential in there as well for her to be looking at the business opportunity. She's been very responsive to every message I've sent her and is definitely attending the online event tonight. Very excited about that. So I'm looking forward to that. And the other thing I just wanted to say was, you know, we've got a lot of new distributors on my team, which is fantastic after the promotion. And we're starting to get loyal customers coming through. Like, it does take a couple of weeks. You know, this is new. You're posting on your Facebook, you're chatting to your people. You know, don't get disheartened, because it does take a couple of weeks. And if you stay consistent with posting daily, messaging, following up, inviting people to the event, and just different reasons for contacting people, it is going to happen. So we are really starting to see our loyal customers come through now, and we've still got 2 weeks to go. So I'm feeling pretty confident that we're all going to be getting our Fast Start bonuses, getting Fast Start qualified, and getting those things in place. So I just wanted to share that. Like, if you're new and you're not getting the response, you know, the other thing I talked to my team about yesterday was different avenues, like not just being in one place. You know, you need to be reaching out to people. You need to be working in person. And I'm encouraging everybody on for a launch party, because I held 3 launch parties in my first 10 days in the business, 2 of them on the same day. And I actually was completely hopeless the first 2. I had no idea what I was doing. So I then went and watched Cami Dempsey run a launch party on YouTube, and went to my 3rd one and signed so many customers at my 3rd one. But, you know, just with reaching out and talking to people and things, I think it was 11 customers. You know, just keep persevering, everybody. I just wanted to encourage that. The other quick thing I wanted to mention was, Anne-Marie, I actually watched your live this morning that you did, and I can see why you've signed so many customers. You were so great, so natural, so passionate about what you're doing. And I think it really lends authenticity to it, because I did see your daughter saying hello and she said goodbye. And I just thought the whole thing was really very lovely. So I just wanted to mention that to you as well. So thanks, guys. I'll let someone else share now.
Thank you. That's awesome. Thanks so much. Did anyone else have anything they wanted to share how they're getting loyal customers? I know for me, and like, you know, Jackie and a lot of other of you guys have been saying, it's just really learning what to do, whether it's on, you know, Facebook, and just like she said, don't feel discouraged, because especially when you're brand new, I literally, as soon as I signed up, I posted on Facebook right away. I was so excited, and I was showing that excitement from day one. I thought I'd make a post and I would get like customers that first day. And I was like, what's going on? Because I support all my friends. I support my friends and their businesses and everything that they do. So I just presumed, right? So, but then I also remember I watched someone for a year. I didn't comment, but I stalked their page because she was exciting. She was always consistent and showing her journey and how amazing this company and the products were. So people are definitely watching, and you have to just be excited. You know, I forget who was saying that earlier, but she's just showing her excitement and, you know, how much she's loving this and how excited she is to use the products. And people want to know more about from people who are doing that, not someone who's going to talk about it maybe once a week, you know. People aren't going to get excited if you talk about it and it's not consistent. So, Jackie, what else did you want to go over? Social media or?
Oh yeah, sorry.
I muted you. Sorry.
I know me and Jackie talked, you know, just about going over what people kind of should be like learning in their first 30 days, like when you're brand new, some of the, like just a couple of tips and things like that, like about posting and about asking and staying engaged and, you know, posting in team pages and stuff like that. So I see Stanley's up now. I think he just ate, and I don't know if Jackie wants to unmute herself.
Yeah, he's a little loud, but I know Sarah Fletcher said she worked out her phone so she can share her tip now.
Okay. Let's do that right now.
One is just what Liz said and what Tanis said. It's just, they're exactly right. Like, it does take time and you have to be consistent for a while. Sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll get those people who like jump on board the very first day. But if you don't get discouraged. I signed up my first loyal customer on my 28th day, and then I signed 3 more on my 30th day. So I still got in there in time, and I see new distributors panicking all the time. Like, they message me 2 days in or 2 weeks in, and they're like, I don't think I'm going to succeed. I'm not very good at this. And I'm like, it takes time. Just don't like let yourself get negative. You got to keep your mind positive. And I'm going to mute myself now.
Oh my God. Sally just wants to be on the call. He just loves to be on the calls.
Maybe he wants to share some tips too.
I think so. I remember my first, oh, sorry.
Sarah ready? Whenever Sarah's ready, I don't want to forget about her. That's all.
Oh, sorry. I just thought that she said she still had trouble, but that was Melissa. Sorry. Go ahead, Sarah.
Oh, sorry guys. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I mainly wanted to talk today just because I want to learn how to use this Zoom thing. So I had to go into my settings if anyone else hasn't figured it out yet, and like turn on my microphone, turn on my camera, and every time I did that, it logged me out. So if anyone else needs to know how to do that. Well, I'm new back into the business, and I've been here for about 2 weeks now. And for me, I've actually been in the business before a couple of years ago, and this experience this time has been so much better. And it's simply because I have been following the tips from Jackie and my upline and not trying to recreate the wheel. So I have 5 loyal customers myself now, and I have 11 distributors in my team in 2 weeks.
Wow.
And I just done all herself, guys. No one gave her any, just saying.
Way to go. Good for you.
And I guess I just wanted to hop on and share because I really know, just like all of you, what it's like to start the business. And I'm doing it a second time round. And I guess I have 2 experiences to go by. And the first time I came into the business, I didn't plug in. I didn't get on these calls. I didn't listen to anything. I guess I didn't know what I didn't know, and I didn't understand the importance of any of it. And so I just tried to go off and post all these buy with me posts and all these product advertising posts that didn't work. And when it came to my friends and family, I tried to sell to them, and no one ever bought from me because all I was trying to do was sell. This time around in the business, I've kept everything fun and I've kept everything exciting. And my mum's watched me be a distributor a few years ago. She's watched me be a customer and now come back into the business. And this time, following Jackie's tips and actually reaching out to people and using the action tasks and asking a favor and making it personal has really changed the way I do my business, and it's getting me customers. My mum was my first customer, and she's the biggest skeptic or not, so I just wanted to share that importance of plugging in and following the tips and all that kind of stuff. And probably my wins for the week and what's working for me is I really love that I've recently learnt the calendar close. So if you guys don't know what that is, I'm sure it's in like the team page and everything to search for. But basically it's just, following up for, that day they get paid and assuming the sale. So I never used to do that. And now everyone I talk to, I assume that they're going to, get this product because they want it just as much as I did, rather than think, oh, they can't afford it, they won't want to buy it because there's an issue in between them and the product. So assuming the sale has been amazing in helping me close. And also another thing that I've done this week that I'd never tried before really is when people hit like on my post, I'd never reached out to them. I just went, oh yeah, they're just liking my post. But this week I actually messaged a friend and I just said to her something like, hey, thanks so much for hitting like on my post. I really appreciate you supporting my new business. How's the family? And she actually responded back and started talking about the family, but she's like, hey, I actually really want to try this product. And I hadn't even got to asking. And to be honest, I probably wasn't even about to, because I thought, I just probably wasn't ready with that particular person. And yeah, so like these things that are in the pages are there because they've been tried and tested and they do work. So I guess I just wanted to say that again. And I really don't think there's any other tips I can share that other people haven't hopped on and said, because they've all just been fantastic.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So you said you always assume the sale, and that's something that you learned. And can you give us a little bit of verbiage of what that kind of sounds like for you?
Look, I've actually been following the files in Jackie's page, in the Evernote file, and I've just, oh gosh, what have I said? Like, I guess I've just always kept it positive about, oh God, I can't even think. If Jackie hopped on the live, she would know her words because I'm using her words. But
stuff like, instead of saying like, oh, do you still want to order? It's just like, I'm so excited to get your order in. Is now a good time? Like, you know, never just like be like, do you still want to try it? Like, you just assume
it's the word. Yeah.
I love that. It's such a great tip. It's so simple. And sometimes we just get lost in our words. Sometimes we overthink things and stuff. And so Jackie has always been such a great example of giving verbiage to her team and showing people exactly, like, there's no guessing. This is what I say. This is what works for me. You know, try this, make it your own, and see what happens. And like, perfect example of following the leader and doing what your leader does and getting the same results. So that's awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, that's okay. Thanks for letting me practice on the Zoom.
Anytime.
Do I unmute myself now or something and mute myself?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Yes, messaging your likes. I got a loyal customer this week out of someone who, it's funny, she wasn't my friend, but one of her friends must have been my friend. And so she liked a post that I put up about how I was back to my pre-pregnancy weight in just 4 months thanks to the products. And yeah, this girl liked it, and I messaged all my likes. So I messaged her and requested her as a friend. And I said, are you trying to lose your weight as well? Like, because I had said, like, if you want to lose weight with me, I'd love to help you. And she's like, yes, I am. And we chatted throughout the week. And then, yeah, she signed up as a loyal customer just 2 days ago. She started with the greens because I know they're going to help her feel better and alkalize her body so that everything just functions better. So, yeah, message your likes, like, always.
And I love what she said about this being her second time around, and she realized the importance of plugging in. I will tell you 110%, if you are not getting on Zooms and trainings and calls and staying connected with your team and really wanting to grow, and you really have that strong why, it's going to be hard to succeed, right? I knew that from day one. Jackie and Steph were always, instilling that into me. And you know what? I was excited. It made me more excited. So remember your why and why you're doing this. If you're just joining for fun, that's great. But I mean, you obviously joined for a reason, whether you want to use the products and make a couple $100, or if you want to make 5 figures a month and go ambassador, right? So I love when she said that, she really listened to what Jackie had to say, I say this all the time. Everything Jackie and Steph told me to do, I did it because they were successful, and you want to learn from the people who are successful. I mean, I tell girls all the time, get on Zooms. They don't have to, but if they really want to do well and, make a great income and change their life and, help their family, they really need to learn, because none of us really knew what we were doing when we started. I mean, I sure didn't. I just bugged everybody and asked questions all the time.
Can I just say something else?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm practicing how to just jump in. The other thing that I didn't appreciate first time in the business was being a product of the product. So when I first jumped into the business, like, obviously I jumped in for the wraps and I really loved them. But it took me a little while to actually go, oh yeah, I'm going to try the skincare and I'm going to try all these other things. And I guess I didn't realize, without building my own product testimonies and things, that other people weren't going to want to buy from me because I couldn't give them that personal experience. Like, if I'm not good enough to try the product, why should I be offering it to someone else, if that makes sense?
Exactly.
So like the auto ships used to scare me when I first started. I genuinely was broke as hell and I couldn't afford them. So it used to really scare me as a new distributor. But like if you actually plug in and you learn how easy the business can be, it doesn't have to be like that, because you can just pre-sell your wraps or your order for the month and let everything pay for itself. And I think sometimes when you jump in as a new distributor, some of those things might not make sense straight away, and they can feel a little bit overwhelming.
For sure.
Absolutely. If you're not a product of the product, it fades fast. If you're not using the products, you try and work the business, it's almost like you're being fake about it. Like, and you can like that like if people say, oh, what does a wrap feel like? And you're like, I don't know. Like, how would you feel? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. It's like, you first have to fall in love and then you share what you love, because otherwise you're just being a salesperson and it's ingenuine, and it's okay to sit there and say, oh, that's not my favorite product, or I haven't even tried that yet. But you don't want to say that about the wraps, the defining gel, the fat fighters. Like, we have a core group of products that are amazing. And those are the ones you really want to make sure that you have a great testimony about, like a great story. And even if it's the taste of something or the way something smells, people need to hear what you feel about it. And like, I know for me, I didn't understand the wraps. I was a huge skeptic. What changed for me was the smell. When I smelled it, I got it. It made sense to me. It was such a beautiful smell. It was like I don't know, it smelled like eucalyptus and menthol, all these things. And all of a sudden, like that. And even when I explain that to people, what it smelled like for me, they want to smell it now because they want to experience that. And so in Confianza, I used to be terrified of flying, and Confianza was one of the first products I fell in love with. When I share what I love, people want it too, because everybody experiences some form of anxiety and they want to be able to break free of that without being on pharmaceuticals. And so we have these amazing solutions, but we won't really understand them until we become a product of the product. And I have seen some really talented people come into this business and not really use the products, and it's just a matter of time for them, and then they end up fading away. They had all the talent in the world, but they just didn't make the time, didn't put the effort into really using the products the way they're supposed to be used, and eventually their business paid the price. So, invest in yourself by investing in the products, and the auto ship should be a no-brainer. I mean, for us, between me and my husband and my dog, because all three of us are on the products, it's easily, having an auto ship is just, it's just how we do business. And it's a pleasure because it's things we would use anyways. We're just not putting the money towards the, Walmart or any of these big box stores. We're basically investing back in ourselves. And by doing that, we get to invest in other people. And it's a ripple effect, right? And so you want to share what you love. And the only way to do that is to like really experience the products and allow yourself to fall in love with them.
That's it, Jackie. And sorry, can I just butt in one more time? Sorry. I just wanted to say too, like as a new distributor, even that can feel a little bit overwhelming too, to feel like, we've got 20 products or we've got 50 products or whatever it is in your country. And you feel like, do I have to try these all at once? And I think it's nice to break it down and know that you don't. Like you said, if you get to know those key products like your wraps and your defining gel and your fat fighters, when you're brand new in the business, that's a perfect way that you can reach out to your friends and your family and say, I've started this new business and I'm looking for product testers, and because I want to build up that my portfolio. So like for me, coming back into the business this time, there were certainly products that weren't here before, and I still haven't had a chance to try them. But some of my loyals that I've recently signed have signed with those products I haven't tried, because I reached out and said, I want to learn about these products and I haven't had a chance to get it myself yet. Can you be my first product review kind of thing? So it's good to know that you can still market products that you haven't tried yet by reaching out to those friends and family for the help.
I was about to say something very similar, Sarah, that if you haven't tried it yet, exactly, ask people to try it, or say, I'm really excited, my kit's on its way. Like if you're new and you haven't even got your kit yet, I'm so excited, I'm going to be trying these wraps. Won't it be fun to try it together? You can get people started with you before you've tried it, but don't be months into the business and haven't tried anything. Like Jackie said, it will fade after a while. They're going to see you're not genuine.
And I always order both Greens on the Go, Chews, Wow, wraps, just things I can do for samples. And, you know, if you can't do that yet, I totally understand. But honestly, if you're not running an auto ship, whether you're getting products for yourself or sending out samples, every single time I send out samples to people, you know, and do what you can afford, of course. But every time I send out samples, I send a cute little card and just, you know, being excited for them to try it. And I always get a customer, and they usually sign up as distributors too. So that's something that I always do. I do it every single week. I always send out stuff. And I mean, there's some people who might not just might not be ready, but you just follow up with them, right? So, you know, we have all those little on the go and like the Chews, the Wow, you know. So, and I like to do contests too. I don't know if you guys do those at all, Jackie, but you know, I mean, I'm not saying just giving away all your product. That's not what I mean, you know, but if you're doing like a contest where, you know, and you have a wrap giveaway, or you had an online party and someone wins a wrap, you know, be really excited, send them the wrap and some greens and a thank you card, and, you know, ask them if they want to do an online party, and, you know, maybe they can get another wrap for free, or maybe, you know, so think about things like that, because you're investing in your business, you know, by getting more customers and distributors. So that's what I always like to do.
Beautiful. Why don't we go over what happens when you get your first 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days? Does Jackie or Tanis, either one of you guys want to go over that? I feel like I talked so much already.
Well, you get a shopping spree, $100 US. It's like 140 Canadian. Is that similar Australian? Around?
Yeah, it's 138 Australian and what is it? 133 Canadian?
133 Canadian.
133 or 134.
And you can use it on apparel or products, which is really cool. You know, you're Fast Start qualified. So the cool thing about that is when you sign up a distributor and they get, you know, 2 customers in their first 30 days, you're going to get a Fast Start bonus. It's $100 US. So you really want to get those. I mean, it's great getting, you know, all 4 customers in, of course, because then you're getting the shopping spree and everything. But then think about future of you signing up distributors, because then you're going to get faster. And that's like unlimited. It just keeps going. I know lots of times if I keep getting Fast Starts, I mean, it can pay our mortgage, you know. So depending on how many distributors are coming into your team, you're helping them out with, you know, with parties or helping them get customers, you know. So I always like to help my girls with, you know, parties, or, you know, get your upline in on a 3-way chat, you know, if you're not sure what to say, because that's, you know, that's key. Because I was telling my team the other day, the only difference between, you know, Jackie and I is that we've been doing this longer. We know what to say. We've failed a lot, you know, so we didn't just start and like know everything that we were doing. We had no clue, right? It's all through trial and error. So ask for help. You know, we always, I mean, I use the same thing. I say the same thing normally to each person. But also when you're signing up distributors, get to know people, be their friend, you know? So, yeah, it's great getting those 4 customers. Like, it sets you up for bonuses, future bonuses, because we always have exciting bonuses, which is exciting.
Yep. And yeah, that's right. So if you've come into this business and you've seen the $5,000 bonus all the way up to the $150,000 bonus, those are the Go Fast and Go bonuses. You need 4 loyal customers to qualify for that. So just go ahead and get those 4 loyal customers ASAP. Make sure it's within your first 30 days so you get your shopping spree. And what else it does? It creates momentum and it creates confidence. So once you've, like, that's step 2, you know, we've got our 3 steps to success. So step 1 is joining. Step 2 is 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days. Once you've checked off that step 2, like, that is such a boost to your confidence that you're like, okay, I can do this. Now what? You know, now on to the next step. Don't get ahead of yourself. Just focus on that step 2 first, and then get that done. If you want to go fast, get that done as soon as possible and go. Talk to your upline, you know, they're going to give you tips on how to get that step 2 completed. But what else it does is it creates testimonies and feedback that you can then use for your business. So you've got these customers, you want to be giving them great customer service. Make sure you follow up and check in and make sure that they open their products and use them and are, taking the pictures and using them properly, and then that they're loving those products. Because then they can refer to you some more people that, you can ask your customers, don't you know anyone who might love the products too? And you can either reward your customers with a little thank you, maybe like a Greens on the Go, like Tanis was talking about, or you can then say to them, well, I'd love for you to actually earn income and be a part of my team. It would be so fun to help you share with your friends, and you can benefit from it. You can make some extra money, and that money can pay for your products or more, can pay for your mortgage, etc. So just by having people in your business using the products is going to create momentum. You want to do that as soon as possible. And you want to be sharing on your Facebook page. Be loud. When you have a new loyal customer, say, I'm so excited for my friend Tanis. She's just joined the Hair, Skin, Nails Challenge. I can't wait to see your beautiful hair results. And that's going to attract more people, because people, someone called it the herd mentality to me the other day. And it's true. People want to be a part of what other people are a part of.
Yeah.
So you're showing that there's lots of people doing this with you. It's not just you. That attracts more people in turn. And also don't forget about your wrap rewards. So for every 2 loyal customers you sign up, you earn a wrap reward, and that gets you a package of body wraps or facial wraps at half the wholesale price. And it's free shipping on those as well. So again, that's going to turn into more wrap cash. You can, say for in the US, it's $25 for a pack of 4 wraps with your wrap reward. Then you sell each of those 4 wraps for $25. You're instantly making $75 cash. What are you going to do with that? You're going to put that, fuel in your tank. You're going to buy your groceries, whatever, or reinvest it into more products for your business. But getting those wraps on people not only gives you wrap cash, it brings in loyal customers and distributors. When you sit down with someone, they pay you $25, or it's more in different countries, but they feel the wrap, they see what it does. You explain to them, you go through the party pad, you show them that one wrap is a treat, but they're going to want to keep wrapping at least every 3 days for 4 wraps or more to get the full results. And then you say, well, I would love to help you get your wrap cheaper next time. Do you want to be a loyal customer to get it cheaper? Or do you want to be a distributor to get it cheaper and have the chance to make some income? So wrap rewards is key. And just getting those loyal customers in your business is going to keep just booming everything.
I love that. And also, another thing that Jackie was just saying, I remember when I first joined, try so many different things. Yes, social media, one-on-ones, parties, vendor events, maybe you have a huge network on Facebook. Maybe you want to do parties, right? I know Jackie Z loves doing parties. I know Jackie M and I are lots on Instagram, but not Instagram and Facebook, social media. And then, I know Jackie M has her mom group. I like to do lots of one-on-one and get people on the phone. So find out what works for you. I had a couple girls I was chatting with on my team today, and they were feeling discouraged. And I said, okay, so what have you been doing so far? And they hadn't really started yet, right? So I said, don't feel discouraged. You just need to learn, this is all about learning. It really is, because even if you were in another business or maybe that didn't work out, and the cool thing that we have with It Works is they have everything laid out for us. You want to keep it simple, right? And they want us to succeed, right? They want us to make money. So ask your upline for help. Go to the team pages, whether you're on Jackie's or mine. We all have all the files, the tools. I just put up, you guys, if you're on my team, I just put up a whole bunch of stuff tonight too. And so whoever team you're on, we have all the info for you. You just have to implement it and ask for help, because we want to help you get customers. We want to help you be successful. So find out what works for you. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I like what Jackie said. It took her, up to her last day to get her 4 customers. I know lots of girls on my team who were like that. One of my girls who was like that, now she's a top 25 income earner, and it took her 30 days to get her 4 customers. And in a year, she's top 25 income earner. So don't base it on you need to get your 4 customers in your first day, because I don't think anyone does that. I mean, there are some people who are lucky like that, right? Yeah, right. But it's not going to happen by putting up 2 posts. I chatted with one of my girls and she put up 1 post like a week ago. She's like, well, nobody's interested. And I said, well, no, you can't just put up 1 post, you know? My husband was joking around. What?
You got to ask people personally.
Ask. My husband was joking around. He's like, you mean you don't just buy a kit and you get rich? No, like you get a business kit. We all start with the same kit, and it's what we do with that kit, right? So, you know, it's just learning and putting in the work. I don't think what we do is hard. I really don't. I think it's fun. And when you make it, you know, I'm not saying it's easy, right? But when you make it fun and, you know, you're having a good time and you have big goals, you're going to do well and you're going to have fun, right? So just find out what works for you. You know, so that's the biggest thing, I think, really, because you can't try one thing and in 1 week just give up and say it doesn't work, right? So find out, do the training. Training is huge. Like, you need to figure out, like, you know, with social media, like Jackie was saying, I saw someone who's not on my team, but I actually messaged her. She's a sideline underneath someone. And I looked on her Facebook because she asked me for help. And I told her right away. I knew right away. And she just didn't know. But she literally was posting like every 5 minutes. And I was like, oh my goodness. And after a week, she's like, I'm going to quit. And I'm like, no, don't quit. You're just, you know, I didn't want to say you're not doing it right. But I told her, I said, you just need to learn how this all works, you know. Because if you're posting every 5 minutes, you're just trying to sell to people, right? That's not what we want to do. We want to share what we're doing. We want to share products that we love. We want to share an opportunity that, you know, is amazing, right? So don't do that. Don't put up posts like that, you know? So, and don't put up, I know Chelsea, one of my girls was saying, don't put up those posts that look like so salesy. You know those posts, like a picture that you find on the internet that looks just like, oh, buy these products for $33 and then just post it, right? Don't make a post like that. Make a nice, clean picture that's bright and a nice, you know, nice color to it. And then people are going to be attracted to that, right? They don't want to see like ads. I know when I see stuff, I just like keep scrolling right by it. But then when I see someone that puts like a really nice post, I'm like, oh, I want to read it, right? So follow top earners, see what, you know, your leader's doing, and follow exactly what they're doing, really, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to go to someone's page and just see like black and green and like bottles of product and dot bullet points of what the product does, and like that. No one is inspired by that or feels anything from that. Like your post, you want to be talking about how it's going to make people feel. Like, you know, I used to feel tired all the time. Now I have migraines and I feel so much better. You know, I'd love to help you if you feel the same way. Or, you know, like, I'm so excited. My friend had amazing RAP results. Now she's feeling really confident about her mommy tummy, and her baby's only four months old. I'm looking to help more moms who want to feel the same way, like that kind of thing. Not just contains these ingredients and this is what it, you know. And when I was new, I thought that was what I was supposed to post as well. So if you've done that, don't worry. Like, it's not too late. Just take it down and move forward and start doing some more posts that we know work. That's all.
So I wanted to add as well too, because like for me, when I first got started, social media wasn't really developed the way it is now. And I got my first, you know, handful of loyal customers by doing one-on-ones and getting on the phone with people and connecting with them. And one of the things that I did is, I remember I was so excited when I first got started, I printed out a bunch of application forms and I was just determined to fill them all out. And so I booked a bunch of parties and booked one-on-ones and I started to fill them out that way. I'd come home and I remember having like 3 and 4 application forms that I had to enter in the system and get my customers in. And so that's how I did my business. And so you could, you know, print out the application forms and have it be your goal to have them get them filled out, right? Like, that's a great way to set set yourself up. The other thing is that know what your date is. Know when your cutoff dates are. Like, it's important for you to understand what your business calendar looks like and to think of yourself as a business owner. You know, I know this business, some of us started for, you know, a very low amount of money, and we might not really understand the leverage of what we have our hands on. So my advice is get organized, know what your dates are. Like, it was very important for me. You know, and everybody on this call, you have bonuses that you could be earning. And my first bonus that I really wanted to earn was, you know, getting my shopping spree. And so I got that. I think I probably earned my shopping spree in my first week or two of the business. And, you know, I just came out and I just went for it, and that's great. But the other thing for me was I had to keep organized, because there was a $10,000 bonus that I just had, like, I was just salivating for. And so again, one of the things that my upline taught me to do was, right, well, when's your date? When's your cutoff? When do you have to have your, you know, yourself done? Like, when do you have to be set up by? And so knowing that I had to, like, figure everything out by that date, it made it happen. So line yourself up for success, know what your dates are, know when you need to have your 4 loyal customers by, and then start looking at those go fast bonuses and write those dates down as well. And sometimes they feel impossible until they're done. Like, it's like, you guys, like Tanis, Jackie, does it not feel impossible until it's done when it comes to promoting?
Yeah. It's crazy.
It really does.
Yeah.
So it
doesn't, anyone can do it. It's just not everybody chooses to do it.
Right.
You have to tell
It's a
yourself
decision.
that I'm doing this no matter what. If you're in this business and you're like, I'm just going to do it, I'm just going to see how it goes for a month, or I'm just going to see how it goes for a week, or I'm going to try, you're not going to do it.
You already quit.
Tell yourself, I'm going to do this no matter what. And when you do that, you really will get it done. You really, really will. That's
And
just how it works.
Yeah, and if you really need this, like I did, like my family needed it. So I was like, okay, I'm getting to Diamond. Like, you know, if you really, really want this, you can do it, right? But you have to go all in. You know, I always say to people, like, honestly, go all in or go all out. Because if you're just doing it halfway, like, you're going to be frustrated because you're not really going to get too far, right? So I mean, if you're joining just for fun and you don't need to get to Ruby or Emerald or Diamond or Ambassador, that's totally fine. But if you're joining and you really, really need this, like I needed it. And I made that my decision, you know, my family, my daughter, myself, you know, I really, you know, was going for it. And then I made it happen, right? So, you know, it's a decision, right? So, you know, you guys could all be watching Netflix right now, or you're on a Zoom right now, you know, learning to grow your business, right? And learning to grow yourself. Because, I mean, earlier I had a tough day and I wasn't thrilled about a Zoom tonight, but then I was like, no, I love getting on Zooms. Like, it fires me up, and I've been doing this over 2 years now, right? So, you know, it's just the more you stay plugged in and connected, it's just, you know, it's life-changing. I know that sounds corny, but it is, right? So, yeah. Does anyone have any questions about anything?
Yeah, I'm just eating just to fill you guys in, it's got our chocolate shake in it, dates, almond butter, maple syrup, and coconut, and it's so yummy. So
I want one.
The chocolate shake. They have it there?
Yeah.
Huh.
The chocolate shake is everywhere. I
I'm
think.
sorry.
Yum,
So
yum.
I wanted to kind of talk about that, Tanis, too, because right now it's summer and a lot of people are like choosing to like check out, or they're like, you know, they're like, I'll do it tomorrow. Well, tomorrow never comes. You have to make a decision on how important this business is for you, you know, and you're right. It is a simple decision, you know, deciding to be successful, deciding to get your 4 loyal customers, deciding to earn a bonus, deciding to promote. It always starts with the decision. It always does, 100% of the time. And like, I love what Denise taught us at our, one of the things that she really like it blew my mind, because I couldn't believe that I'd never heard this before, but it's actually harder to do something 99% than it is to do it 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? If you decide to quit smoking 99% of the time, you're going to be a smoker for sure. Like that's what happens. You have one puff and you're smoking again. And I know that from experience. I've been there. I know what that feels like. And it's like saying, I'm going to have one potato chip. It doesn't happen. It's never been done, so you either make a decision that you're going to do something, or you make a decision that you're not going to do something, but don't like mess around when it comes to your future. And you're right, Tanis, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to go Ruby, you don't have to go to Diamond, you don't have to make the money that's going to pay the bills. But really just doing that, deciding that you're going to do it, is like 80% of the battle. Like that's 80% of it. It's actually the hardest part, is just making that decision and doing what you say you're going to do. And at least for yourself, if no one else, decide for yourself, how much do you feel like you deserve it? Because we all have the ability to create our own realities. But we only can do that when we understand we have that power. If we don't get that, we're hoping that we're going to get to the next level. And that doesn't work. I promise you it doesn't work. You have to get out there and you have to hustle. And you have to do it for yourself, and you do it for your family. And when you make that decision, everything opens up for you and things actually become a lot easier. And because when little road bumps happen, like somebody says no, or maybe somebody in your family to the pyramid, blah, 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 those things are not going to phase you, because you know where you're going and you know what you deserve and you know what you're creating. And so have a strong belief system in yourself and do things with intention, and don't let anybody else get in your way, and you're going to go to the top.
I love that. And what you were saying about summertime, last June was when my business really started to take off. So your business only slows down if you slow down. I look at my team, and all the people who are successful are the people who kept working. The people who quit, they were the ones that quit. They just, they came back like after a month. Oh, no one was really interested. Yeah, nobody was interested because they see that you don't care anymore about your business, right? So people are watching you. People want to join people where they see they're going somewhere. They don't want to join, Susie, if Susie's only talking about her business once a month, right? They're going to go join Jackie, who's all in talking about, your family or a dog, whichever Jackie I'm talking about, I'm not sure. But you know what? They want to join someone that has vision, right? And they want to join someone where they trust that they're getting part of something that's really special, And I wanted to share this quickly. You know what? The biggest thing with this business is the freedom, like literally the freedom. Like I know for me, personally and family and stuff, my dad is sick, and you know what, you guys, I can work my business whenever I want. Like I spent the whole day, with my parents, I didn't have to go into a job and like ask for the time off or not get paid. This business, it's great, the financial part, but the best part, is definitely the freedom and just being able to live your life, and being able to be there for your family or your kids, or whether you're wanting to have a family or whatever your goals are. So that's the biggest thing. If you do not like your situation that you're in, whether it's, financial problems, marital problems, you hate your job, you need more income, like literally get to work 100% and it will totally change your life. It will. And just working really hard.
You can still work while you're doing those things. Like I'm out with my family. My family was in this week too. And, and I had the most amazing time, but I'm still blitzing the girl at Costco. You know what I mean? Like you don't stop your life. You know what I mean? It's freedom, but you have to still have freedom with intention. And when you go out and spend the day, whether you're buying a coffee, I'm going to start coughing. Excuse me. But regardless of what you're doing, you're still doing both things at once. It's a lifestyle.
Absolutely. Does anyone have any other questions with social media, getting their 4 customers? I know we're like up on over an hour right now, but if anyone had any questions they wanted to ask about, maybe posting on social media, asking people. Another thing Jackie M said earlier that I really liked is be bold, like be loud, and if you're not confident yet, that's okay. Like I know I joined, I literally had no idea about any of the products, and I was just so excited. I was like asking my upline and in our team page and just getting ideas and posting stuff because I wanted to start making an income and getting my 4 customers. Getting your 4 customers is huge. You should be really excited and proud once you do that. I mean, I still get excited when I get customers, it's still like a little rush, you're helping people. And so be really excited about that.
Awesome. Well, that's because you always turn your customers into distributors, Tanis.
I do.
But awesome. Yeah, let's wrap up the call. If anybody has any questions, we can also get to them on our next call. We do this every Wednesday. And so if there's any last minute things that you guys want to share.
Wednesday, but it's Thursday if you're in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Or New Zealand.
In the future.
Yeah.
That was fun, you guys. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you guys. I love the leadership that was shared on this call today, and I appreciate everybody for taking the time to come. Showing up to these calls is a choice. I know it's nice out there, and I know there's things on Netflix that, you know, sometimes people want to watch, but you know what? You can either make money or you can make excuses, but they don't work together. So figure out which one's more important to you and make magic happen in your life. We're excited for you. We're here for you. And thank you guys all for coming.
Thank you
Thanks
guys for
so much. And I'll have
I made most of my call from the pool, so no excuse.
There you go. Awesome.
Great job, guys.
Wait,
Thanks, guys. Have a
Becky
good night.
says-
I'll have
Wait,
you come right away,
what do you
too.
give your dog?
Oh, I just commented in there. It is Relief and Omegas. Relief and Omegas.
And what does it help her with?
It's for his joint care, and the omegas, dogs need omegas. You can't give them too much omegas from what I've been told. Like they really need high quality omegas. He's a 12-and-a-half-year-old boxer who acts like he's like 6.
I have a boxer. She's 5.
Yeah. So Omega and Omega and Relief.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Bye, everybody.
Cindy, you could sign up the dog.
I will.
As a
I'll sign up
distributor.
Casey. Can I be her loyal customer?
Yeah, we'll get dogs as distributors. I'd sign up my dog, too.
Really?
I'm just joking. I'm joking. Nahani could sign up her dog, too. we get a whole bunch of customers. Okay, guys, I'm getting delirious. I'll post this right away. Thanks, guys. Bye.